When I first decided to visit Nepal, I had no idea what to expect. What I discovered during my 8-day trip is that Nepal is a country of dramatic contrast, from soaring Himalaya peaks, giving way to green valleys, terraced farms, and lowland plains, ancient temples and monastic stupas. They all coexist with bustling modern markets and growing tech hubs. With the population in 2025 estimated to be about 29 million people, Nepal is nestled between India and China. Nepal's unique geography and history have shaped a deeply layered national identity that blends multiple ethnicities, languages, faiths, and way of life. Nepal occupies a narrow but vertically spectacular strip of land, stretching all the way from the low-lying Terai Plains in the south to the world's largest mountain ranges to the north. Subtropical plains and even agricultural heartlands. The hill region, including Kathmandu, where I toured mostly, the valley and many terraced farming communities exist, and the high Himalayas, which permanently has snow and glaciers and alpine meadows throughout the year. This elevational range drives remarkable biodiversity, subtropical forests, temperate woodlands, alpine grasslands, and even glacial rivers. Major rivers, including tributaries of the Ganges, flow southward from the highlands, sustaining agriculture and human settlements. Nepal's recorded history stretches way back many centuries, with early kingdoms, trade routes, and Buddhist and Hindu cultural exchanges shaping the region. The medieval and early modern period saw the rise of multiple small kingdoms and principalities. Nepal was unified in the 18th century under King Prithvi Naraya Shah, and I hope I'm saying that correctly. This formed the basis for the modern state of Nepal. Unique among many Asian nations, Nepal avoided long-term colonization and preserved its sovereignty while navigating relations with neighboring powers. In the 20th and early 21st centuries, Nepal underwent major political shifts from absolute monarchy to constitutional monarchy through a decade-long insurgency, the Molif conflict, and finally to a federal democratic republic in 2008. Politics in Nepal have remained dramatic, with coalition governments, constitutional changes, and ebbs and flows in public life shaping national priorities. Civic engagement is high. Recent years have seen youth activism and calls for governance reform, reflecting a youthful, political conscious population. Nepal's population is approaching 30 million people. Mid-year estimates in 2025 place the population at nearly 29.6 million. That's spread evenly across urban and rural areas. Kathmandu, the capital and the largest urban center, sits in a valley and serves as the country's political, cultural, and economic hub. The Kathmandu Valley's municipal population is estimated to be over 20,000. The Kathmandu Valley's metropolitan population is estimated in the millions, drawing migrants from across Nepal for education, services, and employment. The nation is ethnically and linguistically diverse. Census data lists well over 100 distinct mother tongues, with Nepal spoken Nepali spoken as the language franca by a significant portion of the population, while Mathali, Bhojpuri, and Tharu, Tarmang, and many others contribute to Nepal's multilingual tapestry. The diversity is mirrored by numerous ethnic groups, including the Kasaraya, the Janajati, and indigenous nationalities. Many of the groups, each and all with their distinct traditions, dress, and cultural practices. Nepali is the official language and the common means of communication, but the everyday landscape of Nepal includes dozens of languages and dialects. Nepal's constitution recognizes this linguistic plurality, and many communities maintain vernacular schools, radio stations, and cultural programs to keep languages alive. Religiously, Nepal is majority Hindu with a strong Buddhist presence. Small but significant Muslim, Christian, and indigenous belief communities coexist alongside sacred local practices. Temples, stupas, monasteries, and shrines punctuate towns and countryside, and faith plays a visible role in public life and festivals. Nepalese culture is a fusion of Hindu and Buddhist traditions with localized indigenous customs. The Kathmandu Valley is famous for its medieval noir architecture, Dunbar squares, wooden pagoda temples, and stone-carved sculptures. Cultural identity finds expression in music, dance, painting, and woodworking, metalwork, and textile arts. Festivals are pivotal to social life. The Tahari, often the Diwali, the Holi, the Festival of Colors, Buddha, Jayanti, commemorating Buddha's birth, and countless local festivals mark agricultural cycles, religious traditions, and community solidarity. Rituals and ceremonies such as weddings, coming-of-age rites, funerals, all blend spirituality, social ties, and elaborate symbolism. Family is central in Nepalese life. Extended families often share compound houses, resources, and responsibilities. Marriage norms by region and community. Arranged marriages remain common in many areas, though love marriages and inter-ethnic unions are increasingly accepted, especially in the urban areas. Weddings are colorful, multi-day affairs with ritual, feasting, music, and traditional attire. Customary dowry practices persist in places but are being contested and reformed by civil society. Nepali cuisine centers on staples like rice and lentil soup, and daily meals are often served with vegetable curries, pickles, and occasionally meat. Steamed and fried dumplings, often filled with meat or vegetables, called momo, and rice crepe, called kathamalari, and fermented leafy greens, called gunda, and various regional specialties embody the country's cultural diversity, shaped by altitude, crop availability, and ethnic cuisine. Meals are communal, and hospitality is taken seriously, meaning sharing of food is a core social ritual. Traditional clothing varies by region. Men in the hills of Nepal may wear dora survali, while women wear the sari, the kurta, or the gunyo choli. In the high Himalayas, layered woolens and yak fiber garments are practical. Nepal has a long tradition of weaving, handloom textiles, and intricate embroidery. Thanks to painting, metal woodwork, bronze and copper, wood carving and stone sculpturing, and crafts are all tied to religious practice and to tourism. Nepal has made substantial progress in education over recent decades. Primary school enrollment has expanded, and literacy rate, while historically lower than many of their regional peers, has improved, but particularly among younger cohorts. Government and NGO programs target access in rural areas for girls' education and quality improvements. Higher education centers in Kathmandu, Pokhara, and other regional towns offer diverse programs, and an expanding private education sector provides professional and technical training. Nevertheless, challenges remain. Rural schools often suffer from poor infrastructure and teacher shortages, and unequal access persists across geography and socioeconomic status. Healthcare services are unevenly distributed in Nepal, with urban centers having better hospitals and specialist care, while rural areas are very rely on primary care posts and community health providers and volunteers. Life expectancy has risen significantly over recent decades as vaccination programs, maternal child health initiatives, and disease control offers expanded health life expectancy, and neonatal outcomes have improved, but maternal mortality and access gaps remain priorities for public health. Public and private providers operate side by side, and international development partners support system strengthening, disease control, and emergency medical training. Nepal's economy blends agriculture, services, remittances, and a growing tourism sector. Agriculture remains a major employer. Subsistence and smallholder farms producing rice, maize, millet, vegetables, tea, and cash crops are often on terraced slopes. Remittances from Nepalis working abroad, such as in the Gulf, Malaysia, India, and beyond, are a major source of household income and microeconomic stability, fueling the consumption and investment in housing, education, and small businesses. Industry and services include small-scale manufacturing, handicrafts, hydropower development, information technology, outsourcing, and a rising service sector concentrated in Kathmandu. Hydropower is widely seen as a future export commodity if investment, grid development, and cross-border transmissions are realized. Government, public finance, and development finance face constraints. Fiscal capability, infrastructure gaps, and periodic political instability complicate long-term planning. Nepal has sought foreign investment in infrastructure and energy, and international donors continue to play major roles in development projects. Nepal's currency is the Nepalese rupee. Banking and financial services have expanded with urban branches, mobile banking, microfinance institutions, and cooperative models, with urban branches extending access. Formal financial inclusion has improved, but many rural households still rely on informal credit systems, savings groups, and remittances for liquidity and investment. Tourism in Nepal is a vital and eco-pivotal society sector, such as trekking, microengineering, mountain climbing, cultural tourism, and wildlife safaris draw international visitors. Iconic attractions include Mount Everest and the Everest Base Camp Trek, the Annapurna Circuit, Latang and Masula regions, the trekking lodges of the Himalaya, and cultural sites across the Kathmandu Valley. Temples, stupas, and ancient Dunbar squares in Kathmandu, Bakataru, and Patan are very popular. Spiritual diversity, and this is reflected in its widely varied depending on religion, ethnicity, and tradition. The country is home to multiple faiths, with Hinduism and Buddhism being among the most prominent, and each has distinct rituals associated with honoring the dead and ensuring a peaceful journey to the afterlife. Among Hindus, who make up the majority of Nepal's population, cremation is the primary practice rather than burial. Death is seen as a part of the cycle of rebirth, and cremation on the banks of a sacred river, such as the Bagmiti in Kathmandu, is believed to purify the soul. The Pashpahatina Temple, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is one of the most significant locations for cremation ceremonies. The body is typically wrapped in a white cloth, adorned with marigolds, and carried by male relatives to the cremation grounds. Prayers and mantles are recited, and the eldest son often lights the funeral pyre. Ashes are later released into the river, symbolizing the return to the elements. Buddhist practices and indigenous ethnic groups such as the Karat Rai and Lembu maintain burial traditions rather than cremation. They believe the spirit of the deceased continues to watch over the family, and burials are often accompanied by rituals to honor ancestors and spiritual unrest to prevent theft. Graves may be marked with stones or wooden posts, and offerings of food and drink are left during special ceremonies. Across Nepal, mourning periods vary, but they often involve purification rituals for the family and community. Ceremonies like Shada in Hinduism ensure the deceased is remembered and their souls attain peace. The variety of burial and funeral practices in Nepal reflects its rich cultural mosaic, where spirituality and tradition shape the final rites of passage in deeply meaningful ways. Outside Kathmandu, where
13 days, they will just sit in one room. So like different ethnic groups have different culture. And on the 10th day, they will shave their head off. They will shave their head off. And like here, only wear white. And if you see a guy there with a bamboo stick, they are the caretakers. They have some kids off to let the body burn. And after that, they will do everything because the body burns. All that.
Sound healing in Nepal is an ancient practice deeply rooted in the country's spiritual and cultural traditions. It primarily revolves around the use of Tibetan singing bowls, which are believed to have originated in the Himalayan region thousands of years ago. These metal bowls, often handcrafted from a mix of seven sacred metals, produce harmonic vibrations when struck or played with a mallet. The sounds and frequencies they create are thought to calm the mind, balance energy, and promote physical and emotional healing. In Nepal, sound healing is often intertwined with Buddhist and shamanic traditions. Monks and spiritual healers use singing bowls, gongs, bells, and chanting as part of meditation and ritual ceremonies. The vibrations are said to align chakras, clear blockages, and facilitate deep states of relaxation, making it a therapeutic tool for stress relief, anxiety reduction, and overall well-being. Tourists and wellness seekers visiting Nepal often take part in sound healing sessions in Kathmandu, Pohara, and retreat centers in the Himalayas. These experiences combine ancient wisdom with modern wellness practices, offering participants a sense of inner peace and renewal. Sound healing in Nepal has thus become both a spiritual tradition and a growing attraction for global wellness tourism.
Different chakra. Okay, we also have the chart over there. So the ball, 7 different
to smell. Ой, она прям сасывает. Вот так вот делается. Непонятно, это зеленое это или это болото такое?
Это, нет, это водоем посередине.
Нет,
посередине
ну,
поляны.
Русло реки, понятно, но просто мне кажется, что это как зеленые луга.
But you got no confidence like me. Really wanna run around and chase me. I'm little Travis, baby, never chase me. I work too hard, can you fucking pay me?
Ano ba yung susunod?
In a very pleasant atmosphere, drinking hot coffee, breaking down. How do you like it? It's not good for you. Так, правду же. Мы-то в году.